All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John from Pro Crafts. Here we are on Casino Gaming TV. It's Tuesday, it's trash day in my neighborhood. Welcome to the show, all. We're gonna get into some good stuff today. I think this is the fun part of craps. The first things that we've talked about the last couple weeks have been not so fun. It's been boring getting out of the hand. It's been boring same betting for a minute to get our locked in profit, and it's like it's boring. It's boring. Paycheck style, make sure you're safe play is boring. But now we can simulate what it's like to be like up in the hand and really able to put the foot on the gas. And this is the fun. This is where it gets fun. So hopefully you'll stick with me here and we'll have a little bit of fun at my table. But before that, let's get into some of the obvious things over here. Obviously, remind you again about the big cruise that's coming up in April. So as you know, I'm a host with Premier Hosting now. So I'm your conduit. If you want to go cruising with me, let me know. It's going to be me, Michael Feldman, Don Wood, Hal Rock'n'Roller. And so far, I've got 3 or 4 of you guys that have already said I want to go. So if you've given me your information, that's great. I may be calling you to get more information from you to get the process started. But yeah, you're on the list, working through it right now. There's a limited number of rooms available. So if you want to do it, do it. It's in April, late April out of Texas. It's going to be a week-long cruise. Should be super fun. Like I said, I've never been on a cruise before. So to me, first time doing it. But yeah, sessions with Howard and Michael and the guys should be a lot of fun. So there's that. The other thing is this, a couple quick reminders. The Ed Gargoyle Heavy Show is tonight. So don't miss that. It's on Jeff's channel tonight. Actually, Jeff and Ed are going to dual stream it. So Gargoyle and Heavy are going to be there. I'm looking forward to that one a lot. Obviously, we know Jeff and Ed really well. Ed and I think are pretty good friends, and I kind of know his style pretty well in terms of his betting style, his thoughts on dice influence, and that kind of thing. Gargoyle, I've gotten to know over the last few months. We've talked on the phone a number of times, especially during the event, the Crash for the Cure event. And since then, he's given me a couple of lessons on my toss. Really, really, really good guy. Like super down to earth, but also super honest about things. I love him. I think he's going to be great tonight. And of course, Heavy is a legend. I've met Heavy twice. We've had 2 phone conversations, and I interviewed him once for last year's Craft for the Cure. I don't know as well as I'd like to. I was talking to him over email about coming down and doing one of his seminars, just because I want to meet him and hang out and see what all that's like down there. So anyway, that's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to those guys. They should have a good time tonight. That's must-see TV for sure. And I'm reminding you, too, that I'll be on with Garrison and John Patrick on the So You Want to Be a Gambler show sometime in the next couple of weeks. It depends on John Patrick's schedule, but I get to talk to John Patrick, which is really cool. Looking way forward to that. So that's going to be awesome. Let's move ahead and talk about the Storm. So the Storm, I fixed my numbers. I screwed up an entry today. So we're 5-2 in the Storm. We're up $125, basically. Because it went down twice big. We went down like $600 a couple of days last week. And we fought last week to get down. I think we were down last week about 200 and change. This week I won 250 and $300 a couple times. So we're back to being in green, which is good. I've changed it a little bit. We're doing the $50 DP. We're doing the 180 in odds. And with each box hit, the box hits are all paying 50 for 1. With each box hit, I'm taking the odds down, the odds down, the odds down. And I'm left with, if it works, 150 pulled off the table, right? 350 for 1s, plus the $50 don't, and the money up top, which means I could pull the money up top, lock in that $50 and be out with $200. Easy paycheck, right? If you take one more hit, the 4th 50 for 1, then locks you in at the paycheck level. So there's goodness to this thing if you can make the 4 hits. Today was tough. Today we had 4 PSOs, so that big don't with odds that everybody screams about, I scream about it, saved my ass today 4 times. Got lucky there. We dodged the point every single time. The 7 got saved by the odds, and we survived long enough to stay alive and eke out that win. The last shooter was a 12 roller, 5 box numbers, and we got our win. And that's it. So we pulled it off. I like this pattern of play. This basically is another way of playing the 6, 7, 8. So we did a week of 6, 7, 8 that won, or a month of 6, 7, 8 that won. It was whatever the don't pass was plus the box numbers, and we just played it out. This is the same thing. It's a 7 on the big time 7 on the DP, play the box numbers for a certain number of time, and get out. That's 6, 7, 8 play. If you stay too long playing 6, 7, 8 is when you get hurt. If you're going to use the don't for what we did today, save me, save me, save me, save me, I made my money and I'm out, fine. And that's for the storm, this new version of the storm and the old 6, 7, 8s. That's how these things work. You cannot sit out there forever and have a miracle run. It's not made for a miracle. This is made for the short-term bang, and we got it today. I love this. I love the way I'm playing this thing right now. It's feeling really, really strong to me. And like I said, I do it in practice with the same bankroll, $2,500, but with double the bet size. We're at 430 across, and $100 and 600 in odds. It works beautifully. It's $500 almost every time you play it. I'm going to lock it in a little more. And like I said today, and I'll show you here again today, it doesn't matter what your box bets do. It's how you play the box. And I think that's what all this comes down to. And that's why I love, oh, hey, Jacob's here. Good to see you, man. That's what I like about the 6, 7, 8 play, is it highlights the fact that, okay, the don't's there to save you for a few, right? The box play doesn't matter, right? If you're going to do 204 across for 3 hits and take 50 for 1 3 times and take your 150 and go bye-bye, right? Fine. If you're going to do the don't pass with odds and go 160 across and do full press, full press, full press, bring it all down, that's fine. If you're going to do 150 in the box or the DP and the big odds and go a 110 or 220 inside, press it to 330, pull it back down on the next hit and be gone in 2 rolls, fine. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. It's mindset. 6, 7, 8 is a mindset play. It's playing the don't for long enough to get what you want out of the box and getting the hell out of there, right? If you want enough from the box that you want to keep on playing with a little bit of excess, totally cool. Hit the home run with the excess. I'm down with that, but lock it up, right? I think people play these things way too long and way too aggressively. They expect too much out of it. You got to lower your expectations, right? Treat yourself like a 6, not a 10, right? Or that's what, when you go to the bar, you're all 6s. You're all 6s. None of you are 10s. Lower your expectations. That's the storm. So far, so good. I'm having fun with it. Jacob, happy holidays to you as well. Good to see you here, my friend. Every time I'm winning 10K every time. Every time I'm winning 10K. Yeah, Adam G, the crapless roll. Boy, that roll today, I had a 12, 2 2s, 2 3s, right? My crapless rolls today were on point. If I could find a friend that would drag my sorry ass to a crapless table, right? There you go. I love it. The $100 isn't good. I'm not going to the casino for $100. Well, I am. I mean, like I said before, if $100 isn't good enough, you're not buying in for enough, right? If that 10% win goal or 20% win goal, if that means that it's only $100 for you and it's not worth your drive, then you're buying in for too little. Buy in for more, make your 10% win more meaningful, make it worth it. Make it worth the drive. Make it worth the drive. All right, here we go. 3-phase play. My story here, I'm going to repeat it though, right? Getting out of the hand, 2 rolls, 3 rolls max, right? We talked about this. This is what the old storm does, right? You take 2 hits, a hit, and you're out. You're playing for 64 across for free. That's the idea, right? A lot of these strategies, we do these regression strategies, getting out of the hand quick, getting something out of the hand so you can play, quote unquote, on house money. Your next 2, 3 rolls, we look to get up. Something simple, same bet a couple of times. Maybe it's a skill 66 after you're even to get $50 off the table. Whatever it is, a couple of rolls and get out, okay? I contend with you, and I'm with you. This is boring, right? Boring to get 2 rolls and get even and then get the 7 and get nothing out of the hand. 2 rolls, I'm even, the 7 comes, nothing out of the hand. 2 rolls, get even, same bet, $15, and then you're out. It sucks to grind through that. You're playing though for phase 3. You're playing for the chance to go off. And you do that boring, grind. If you're playing this style of play, it's fine because the go off is going to happen at some point. Okay. Now, again, you can be, and I'll circle it over. Oh my gosh, that's my notes from school yesterday. You can be fine here. You can be totally fine here, stopping here. You can stop when you're done, right? Because this could be even, right? Plus $25. This right here could be plus another $50, right? And you got $75 to the good. All right, cool. You can take part of this, right? You're even plus your spread, I would say, plus your spread, plus your 64 costs, right? EAD, and 25 in profit. So you have $75 in profit. You're playing 64 across for free. And now it's happy time, right? This is time to go insane at the table. That's what this week is. This week is all about being a little bit crazy, not crazy, but a little bit aggressive and making your money. So let's talk about how that happens. Let's go to the table. Let's review yesterday. Yesterday we did target practice. Yesterday I picked a target, right? We took our level that we got to, we pressed it up one time to get to where each bet paid us $100, or each bet paid us 50, or each bet paid us 25. Press to that target level, and then rack your color, rack your greens all day long, rack your 50s all day long, rack your blacks all day long. Get to a color and stay there. That limits your exposure on the table. Your collections are meaningful. On a 25, 30 roller, when you're getting 15 box hits, $1,500 is not bad, right? That's the target practice. It's the same bet once you get to level. And it's a passive play, but it works. And it keeps your loss on the 7, even though it's a profit play, it keeps that loss down. Today, I want to talk about this pattern, the press and collect pattern. And all of these things that we talk about are what I call rhythm. What is your rhythm? Your rhythm is press to 90 or 330 inside and collect, 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 collect. That's a rhythm, right? Today, we're going to go same bet, one shot, press it up or power press it, collect. Press it up again, collect. Press it up again and collect. We're going to work on this rinse and repeat, press and collect system. The pros of this, every collection is meaningful. They're all big, right? You do need lots of repeaters, though, to make it work. If you're not getting multiple 6s or multiple 8s, it ain't going to work. Waylon did a show the other day. By the way, Waylon, I loved your show on your toss. Your toss is cool. He rolled like a 25 box numbers or something like that, right? 8 8s or something like that. If you get 8 8s and you're playing this way, you're going to make a fortune, okay? The other downside, you may leave a lot of money out there, right? Contrary to the target practice play, this press, you might have $2,000 on the table that you may end up leaving out there when the 7 comes. But let's go out and play it. Let's go look at it and see it. Let's go see it up close in all of its glory, shall we? And what I'm going to do here is try and roll a little sequence of numbers for us. And if I get a good sequence, I'm going to keep it out there because I want to play 2 players the same way, okay? Or 2 players against the same set of rolls. I'm going to take these blacks out of my rack really quick because we're going to play this as an excess money play. And what I mean by that is, let's make the assumption that in round 1 or phase 1, we got even plus a quarter in profit, okay? And our bets out here, let's make our bets out here. Let's just say we got to the magical 160 across, okay? The mythical, magical, we're playing 160 across for free. If you want to, we'll go here. We'll make it more regular size. We got the 64 across for free. Whatever we did in round 1, we got 64 across and extra quarter in the rack. So we have our $64, $50, $65 in the rack. That's our starting bankroll. You got a quarter in profit. You're playing with house money. The next 2 rolls, you earned, let's say you got 15 for 1 3 times, right? So you got $45, okay? $45. Now you've got in your rack $70 in profit. Got your money back, got your $70 in profit. This is now FU money. Who cares? Here we are in round 3. We are now giving you permission to put your foot on the gas. This is the time. This is where craps gets fun, like I said, right? And again, there's no shame. There's no shame in saying 70 plus 64 is 134. That's my 10%, and I'm going to go home. There's no shame in that. But you want to be the home run guy? You're the home run guy. Here we are. The point is 10. We're in phase 3. We're going to simulate this a number of times. I'm going to show you, again, yesterday's strategy. I may even play them both side by side just for the hell of it. I'll get it set up back here. I may or may not play this guy out. Let's just see what the rolls do. I don't want to confuse the bets. But the guy in the back here, he might be playing the target practice. The guy in the front might be playing press collect. Press collect is simple. Full press of a number, collect on the next hit. Full press collect. It's going to require some power pressing. I will probably need some white chips out of my profit stack to make it work. Here we go. 10's the point. We got a 9. All right. So what's going to happen here is this. The guy in the front is going to get paid 15 for 1. Okay. And it's a full press. It's a power press in his case, where he goes right to a quarter. Okay. The guy in the back, what I would do with this guy, if I'm playing 64 across and I'm playing target practice, I'm taking that same 15 for 1, or technically the 14 bucks, like this. I'm going to put $10 on the 9, so it brings in 28 every time and bring $4 in profit. I'll put his money over here. Okay. The target practice guy is same betting from here on out. He's just going to rack quarters on the 9. This guy here is going to be on a new rhythm, press and collect. He pressed it up. And to do this right, you're going to have to keep track of where you are. I'm going to put the monies here. Right, that's the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And you're going to have to keep track of where you are. The 9 is on a collect. You got to have a way in your rack with your chips to kind of flip them so you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll forget where you are. Okay. There's an 11 yo. That's a meaningless hit. There is a 9. So this is great. The one guy back here, $28. Okay. He's going to take 30 for 2. He's just going to rack greens all the live long day. The guy in the front here, 35 bucks. He was on a collect. Now he goes back and he's pressing on that same number. There's the 7. So both guys end up in about the same spot. This guy here actually wins a little more money. And there's that. So let's do it again. And I said this earlier. The thing about home run style play is this. Let's take all this out of here. We'll do another comparison side by side. Home run play is frustrating play. It's very hard to play this way because you're going to have that. You're going to get all set up. You got your money back. You got some profit locked. You're 64 across. Like, let's go, baby. Let's go, shooter. You're going to get me a $10,000, like Jacob said, right? And what happens is they get one collect, and you're freaking done, right? Let's do it again. We're going to simulate the whole thing. We're going to play pretend. There's a point of 4. Now let's pretend that on the point of 4, we did all this, right? We got our money back. We got 70 in profit, and we're 64 across, and we're covered. Now we're playing phase 3. To simulate phase 3 play only. So I know that I'm faking it, but we're playing the next phase. Here we go. It's a 5-5-10. Both players play it differently. Okay. They're both going to get paid 18 bucks. Okay. What's going to happen here is that this guy here, his goal is to collect green chips all day. Okay. He's going to press it by 1 nickel and collect his $27 all day long. He's going to get green chips on every single 10 from now on. He gets to take that money back to his rack, the 10 and the 3. This guy here is going to power press it. He's going to go at least to a quarter, right? Plus the vig. He's going to take $3 back to his rack, and he's up here at a quarter, and the 10 is now on collect time. So I flip the chip. I know I'm collecting. Right? Let's have a good roll here, shooter. There's a 5. Same deal, right? We're going to get paid, both guys. We'll get paid 15 for 1. We'll take $1 from each of them. Okay. Again, man in the back. He's playing the target practice. He's just going to get to where he gets green chips and a nickel back home. The dude in the front, 15 for 1, presses his 5 to a quarter and marks it up so he knows next time is a collect on those 2. He's not going to get any money in his rack until he sees repeaters. This guy's bringing back money every single time. There's a little bit of a difference to that, right? There's the 6. So this is frustrating, right? 15 for 1, or we can just do 14 bucks for each of them. 10, 14. Whoops. Almost dropped the chip in my coffee. 10, 14. Okay. Back here, it's a simple one. We're going to get to, did I put not enough whites out there? I didn't. Sorry. There, $14. He's going to go full press to $24 because that's going to bring him 28 bucks. Same thing up front. This guy here actually might do this. He might go to 24, right? He might actually drop the money to go to 30, right? Not a bad call to go to 30. He can drop, he's $24 here. He can drop the $4 and make this look like 30 for now, let's just stay without power pressing. We'll let him just do a press. He doesn't have the money to do it. We'll let him just press and collect. But for him, the 6 is now in collection mode. He needs repeaters. He needs repeaters to get money back in his rack, right? There's the 5. We got to repeat. That's awesome. So the 5 for the man in the front, $35. Press and collect means exactly that. We pressed it once on the 5. Now it goes into we collected it there, and now we're back into press mode. You got to remember that. Here, same bet. It's going to be 20, 30 for 2. Just going to rack greens all day. Satisfied to rack the greens all day long. There's the 7. So each guy gets 1 collect out of that. And what's the difference in money? 25. He wins 35, 39. The guy who was just doing the collect only, or the target practice, $45, $47. A little bit of difference, but again, on these super short rolls, you're not going to see a ton of separation. Let's do another set. Let's get these back down to base. We'll do it again. Maybe we'll get a good roll here and have a nice, I want to get a really good example of the separation between these two. Let's reset our markers. Let's catch a new point. The new point will be a 6. And again, simulating that we got phase 1, phase 2 done. We're playing for free with profit. Front guy, press and collect. It's a good rhythm. There's a 7. We got nothing out of that. New point coming. Again, this is frustrating play. I say this a lot, right? If you're going to play home run strategies where there's a 5 as a point, where your goal is to get even, to get a little bit up, and then play for the home run, you're going to run into this a lot. I'm all set up. I'm ready to go. Waitress, give me a new whiskey. Shooter, give me a long roll, right? And we see what's going to happen, right? This is what you're playing for. A lot of times you get nothing out of it, and it's tough. Okay, 15 for 1 for both guys. Actually, I'll pay them both as, well, I'll do it the right way. 15 for 1 for both players. Again, the guy in the front is going to take that to a quarter. Full press. Mark the 9 as being collectible. The other guy's going to take his $15 and make his 9 look like 20 and come to the rack. Collecting green all day long in the back there. 3, who cares? 5, all right, that's the point. That rolled on me, that was the point. So the same as the 9, we'll do 15 for 1 for both players. I'll take that. He's gonna go to a quarter. He's gonna go, did I already have a 5? I must have already had a 5, right? Because he's at, why is he 20? Oh, that was from the last shooter. He's gonna now go to take his 1 change and go to $20. All right, he's at $20 now. Puck is off. And here we go. This is the banks. Okay, the 5 can be collected. And there's an 8, new point. Let's have a long roll. I want to see a long roll and get some difference. Oh God, another freaking 7. I want to see the differences kind of play out over time, but again, we're going to be burned again, it looks like. Nobody makes anything. This guy actually made a few bucks here, but nothing to write home about. All right, puck's off. Let's do it again. We'll do another couple shots out of here. 8. Welcome to craps, right? The home run. I'm going to hit a home run. Make that 10K. Okay, again, we're even. We're even. We're up a little bit, and we're playing for free. This is FU money home run time. There's the point. That's an 8, 6-3 or 6. Yeah, 5-3-8. So both players are going to get $14 and do the same thing. We're going to get 14 and 14. Both players are going to take their $2 back to the rack. Press it up. That's the 8, not the 6. Sorry. My bad. There we go. Puck's off. And we got a 9. All right, here we go. Home run time. Home run. There's a 4. Okay. both dudes get 18 bucks, right? There's the 18 for one, 18 for the other guy. The man in the front is going to do a full press to a quarter and take back the $3. $5 in the rack so far for him. And now the 4 can get collected. And his 8, 4 and 8 are collects for him. The dude in the back is just going to go to 15 bucks and take back the rest of it. Again, he's looking for rack and greens. Let's get some repeaters. Come on. Hey, we got a 9. Is that the point? God, what a pain in the ass. Hit the point like this sucks. All right, so 15 for 1 for both players. There's 15, there's 1, and there's 1. Again, we're going to go 20 in the back, keep 5, go to a quarter in the front, full press. Now his 9 can come. He's got three numbers ready to get collected on. We got to get a repeater for the press collect guy to make any money. It's powerful when it's working, but when it ain't working, it's a pain in the butt, isn't it? Here we go. It's a 6. We got one. All right. So, dude in the back, $28. We'll pay him 30 for 2. And it's the same bet. Green chips. I'm sorry. When am I so dumb today? Good Lord. The $2 back. It's the 6, not the 8. It's $14. So it's going to be 10, 14. We'll take his cap. He goes to 24. The same for the other guy. He's going to go to 24. There we go. 24 bucks. Again, puck is off. And that's his $2. And that's it. Everything's off, but a 6 now can be collected. He's collected on everything if something would bother to hit. Cannot get any. He's got the 4, the 6, the 8, the 9, and the 10 have all been pressed. Nothing's been collected on yet. Ace is on the come out. The other guy is kind of in the same spot. He's got his first press, but he hasn't gotten his green chips back. Okay, on the point of 4, let's go. Shooter. Monster roll, right? There it is. Look at that. Another buckshot point. If you're playing the Storm, good Lord. Okay, he's on the collect after a full press. It's $50. 50 for 1 out of his rack. And now the 4 goes back to full press mode. Here, it's going to be 15 pays 27. Booyah. Just take the green all day long. Puck is off. Let's get a 4. Let's get another 4, huh? Be great. There's the 9 is the point. And there's a 4. We did it. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is fantastic. Good difference to look at, right? 15 pays 27. I'll do 30 for 3 for him. He is on a press, so that's going to pay $50. And it's a full press to the 4, right? He's now bought for $75, right? His next collect is going to be fire, right? We get another 4. He's going to be in great shape. Great shape. There's the 7, so it ain't going to happen. And here, what happened here is this. Both guys were set up to do a bunch of collections, right? Collect on the 9, collect on the 8, collect on the 6. They never repeated themselves, right? These would have been the same. This would have been a little bit different here. The 4, he would have made money, he would have lost. He would have been, next time he would have done it, right? This is the difference. $50, $72. The guy that's pressing and collecting only has $58 or $56, right? Because all his money was out here. The difference here is the burn rate. How much money you're leaving out there when you don't win. When the 7 comes, how much is left out here? He's got an extra $100 sitting out here that this guy doesn't. So he wasted money, right? Burned profit, which, again, we say this a lot, right? It's not the worst thing in the world if you're okay with it. If you're at a level of your betting where you are playing with who cares money, then that's probably okay, or it has to be okay for you. You got to reconcile that with your own self, right? If your brain tells you that it's okay to lose all the money that I've pressed because it wasn't my money to start with, then you're fine, okay? If you're more of the mindset of, I don't want to leave anything out there, then getting to level and same betting from level ain't bad. Here we go. Let's reset the whole thing. We'll do one more shooter. I think I've got time for one more shooter. Check the clock over here. I can't really see where I'm at. 8:35. We're good. Duracell. 60% of the time it works every time. True, right? Again, this is the home run. We've already got money. Remember, the setup here is this. There's a point of 8. We already have our money back. We already have $70 in profit. What we're doing now is saying, well, I worked hard. I regressed my bets. I took some money back. Now I'm playing for the home run. This is what we're here for. You're here for the big roll, for a shooter to quote unquote go off and make a fortune. I just dropped all my chips. What I found, by the way, is that my dog, Gino, loves clay. Like, I drop chips on the floor. If I don't pick them up immediately, he comes flying down here from upstairs. He hears them fall, comes flying down and starts chewing on them. He's already eaten like 4 of these things. All right, there's a 9. It's a 5-4. So both players will take their $15. Front player, full press. Back player, half press. He's going to go to $20 and sit there. The guy in the front is going to mark that 9 as being collectible. Here we go. Where's my long run? There's a 10. Fantastic. So both players will get paid $18. Okay. The player in the back is going to go to 15. Keep the rest. The player in the front is going to go to a quarter and just take the pennies back. And that's it. And his 10 is now ready to be collected. There's an 8. All righty, that's the point. So here we are again. They're both going to get paid $14. They're both going to go to, what I'm going to do this time actually is a different press. We're going to take them both to 25, make the 8s a quarter. I love the quarter on the 8, you know that. There'll be a dollar change for both players. Eights are at a quarter, and the 8 can be collected for the press collect guy. The other player, gonna sit there all day long, 30 for 1. Okay, there's a 4 is the point. Is this the miracle shooter? Is this the miracle shooter? There's a 5, okay. Again, we'll take 15 for 1 for both players. Full press to the front. Everything is on the table. This guy's going to 20 and taking back 10. The 5 can now, he's got 4 things ready to be collected on. He's got nothing in his rack. $3 in his rack after 4 shots. Frustrating to go for the home run sometimes because there's big red, right? And this is the pattern. And I want to I'm glad kind of that's working this way, right? He leaves 100 and whatever out there. He actually doubled his money on the felt, but took none of it back. Again, the press collect rhythm is a solid rhythm. The other guy won like $18. It's a solid rhythm, right? When you're getting numbers. You're not getting numbers. And again, this I think is very, very normal. What we see here today, this is how it goes most of the time. You're going to sit here and just, fritter away and nothing's going to happen. And you're going to say, oh, the table was cold. I didn't get my da, 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 da. You have money in the rack. Waiting for a miracle. Let's go. Last shooter. Last shooter, and I'll recap it. Hopefully we can get something out of this thing, right? Got our money back. Got $70 in profit. Waiting out the ATS. Waiting on a point. There's a ace, deuce, 7, 8. All righty, here we go. We're on the 8. Let's go, shooter. This is my guy. This is my guy. This is my guy. There's an 8. We buckshot the point on that deal. So what we're going to do, both players will get back $1 and change, and we're going to make the 8s a quarter. That's the move. Make it a quarter, take back your buck. Puck is off. 8 is pressed. Ready to be collected on. Can we get some repeats this time? Can somebody get a repeater? 1, 2, 3. Good enough for me. There's a 9. New point. Let's do it. Come on, shooter. Be the guy. Be the guy that makes us all money, right? Give me a reason to give you a hug and high five you. There's the 4. It's $18, okay? Guy in the front, goes to a quarter, takes back his 3. Okay? Guy in the back takes the 18 bucks, goes to 15, and racks the rest. Okay, the 4 can now be collected on. Repeaters, please. There's an 8. Yeah, baby. All right. Both players are going to collect. Okay? It's easy. It's 30 for 1. Pays $29. 30 for 1 for the back. But his 8 now goes back to press mode. And the press on this is fantastic. If we can catch it. If we can catch it. There's a 4. Sweet. All righty. Guy in the back, $27. 25, 27. Guy in the front gets paid 50 for 1. And that's a collect for him. Now the 4 goes back to being pressed. Every number on the table is looking to get pressed for him. He's going to still be same betting. Bring them greens back if he can find them. There's a 5. That's awesome. I had too much money out here. That'll pay 15 for 1 for both players. There's a $1. There's a $1. Guy in the front goes to a quarter. 5 can be collected on. Guy in the back goes to 20. Racks a nickel. There's a 6. We're going to get every single number pressed up. Both guys will get a $1 change. Both those 6s go to a quarter. And his 6 can get collected. Now he's ready to collect on the 5 and the 6. Everything else has to get pressed. You got to use your chips to know where you are. You'll forget on these long rolls where you actually are. There's an 8. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, check out the press. First of all, this guy back here, right? 30 for 1. He's just going to rack greens. He's here. He's at level. Collect, collect, collect green all day long, right? He doesn't care. Write it out. He's got 75. He's got $100 in his rack. He started out with 64. He's got excess profit just here. This guy in the front, that 8 pays $29. It's in press mode. Now it can be collected, but he goes up to $54, right? It's a natural press to 54 to get 63 next time. That's a beautiful little press right there, by the way. So he can collect on the 8, the 6, and the 5. If we get him. Ooh, we got a 10. All right. Doesn't do really much, but there's 18 bucks for the guy in the front. He goes to a quarter. Takes the whites. 10 can be collected. Back here, look, he gets paid 18 bucks. Goes to 15. Racks the rest. Taking money back every single roll in the back here. Notice that? There's the 7. So unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers were pressed and ready for to get hit, to be a collect. They didn't get collected on. He didn't get his collects, right? But he was set up for success on a long roll, and he burns 1, 2, 3, 4, 150, 60, $4. 164 left on the felt. He's got 75, 80, 90 bucks in the rack. Okay, so he brought back 90, which is respectable, but left more money out there than he has in his rack, which is a shame. The guy in the back here, he's going to burn a little bit too, 50. He burns 110, less than the other guy, obviously. Brought back to his rack, 75, 110, 116 bucks. So he brought back more money, left less out by doing target practice. And again, that was a pretty good roll. We hit 7 or 8 numbers in there, right? Got our bets up to the level we wanted to collect those greens every single time. You know, didn't collect a ton of greens, but he was set up for it, right? The other guy, four shots at making big money, right? Every one of those things brings back like 50, 60 bucks. Now he's bringing back huge dough. But you need the repeaters to make that system work, okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to show you the double repeater, right? It's going to be press, collect. On a super hot roll, that's going to dominate. But if we get garbage rolls like we had here, or not garbage, but if we get nothing special, it's going to be a tough row to hoe, right? And that's kind of the difference there. So you got to hit numbers, right? Got to hit the numbers. All right, let's go. Let me go here. Yeah. So there's the comparison. Press and collect. Press the numbers, then collect. Press the numbers, then collect. Okay. You could begin the sequence with the same bet, do a same bet first, and then run the press and collect series, or just go right to it. If you go right to it, you accelerate it a little bit. If you start same betting first and then go into it, you're guaranteeing a little bit of a rack build, but it takes way longer to get those things up high. Okay. The key thing is here, you need a big roll. I need Adam to roll. I need Adam to be rolling. Yeah, there's a press. All these things are rhythm. Doesn't matter, right? If your rhythm is same bet, that's a rhythm. That's doing the same thing over and over again. If your rhythm is 1 unit press, 1 unit press, 1 unit press, that's a rhythm. If your rhythm is half press, and collect, that's a rhythm. If your rhythm is press, collect, that's also a rhythm, right? If it's press, collect, if you want to be a complete degenerate and go press, like you're saying, you can do whatever you want to. It's your rhythm that you're in. So if you want to go bam, 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 and then bring it down, and you think you can get 4 before you collect your money, then God bless you, right? It doesn't matter. I say this all the time. These strategies are all strategies. It doesn't matter what you name it, what you call it, as long as you can remember it and you're on a rhythm where you're not just guessing every single time. I want you to be not guessing at what you're going to do. And that's part of the reason why I do these kind of things. Is like get yourself into a pattern that you can follow. The doers can follow with you, and it makes it easy to do. If you're okay, press collect and do what happened here, which is most of the time make nothing and sometimes make a little bit, fine. Because every so often, Adam or me or Alfredo or Waylon or somebody's going to drop a 50 roller out there on you. And if you're doing that rhythm, when that happens, it makes up for the times where you made two bucks. That's the idea. So, all right. Yeah, Adam can shoot. I vouch for him too. But yeah, that's the whole thing, folks. Let me go here and we'll do some questions. If there's anything I've missed, not one question, not one PC, not one Q. Wow. Okay. Well, okay, cool. I guess we can end the show. It's 8:47. It's a good time. I got 10 minutes to prep for class. So with that said, then I'll just close it up here. And thanks again for listening to me bitch and whine and play it out. And hopefully these are making sense to you. Again, I'm not trying to give you a new strategy to play. I'm trying to make you think about the ways you play. When I get to this situation, what do I want to do? I want to get into my rhythm. And my rhythm is half press. My rhythm is single press. My rhythm is double press. My rhythm is Philly special. My rhythm is Philly special. However you want to play your bets is on you, right? If you want to play that 3-tier approach, it's going to be boring. Not all the time, you're going to even get the first 2 hits. You're going to get first 2 hits and be even and 7 out. First 2 hits, even, 7 out. You're going to have that happen a lot. You're going to have 2 hits, a little tiny bit of profit, 1 hit in phase 2, 7 out. You're going to be in this washing machine for a long time, waiting for something good to happen. And even when you get into a great situation like we just simulated a great situation, it still doesn't work out most of the time. It's a tough game, right? No shame in leaving early. Waylon says it all the time on his shows. I'd be out of here right now. No question. You get that goal, don't look the gift horse in the mouth, right? No shame in getting the hell out of there with your money. That's my final thoughts. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day. And again, remember, no show Thursday. I'm going to be in Salt Lake City, getting the arm all finished up. All this is going to be covered up on Thursday. Wish me luck. See you then. Bye all.